For full episodes of the Diverse Mentality podcast, check the links in the description below. The full video version is available on the main channel, and the audio version is available on your favorite streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. Speaking of backlash and just getting all around hate, Trick Daddy went on Clubhouse and kind of went on like a little rant and basically said Jay-Z and Beyonce are overrated. Now, this, man, anything you say about Jay-Z and Beyonce, it's over, man. You say anything about Jay-Z and Beyonce, people are going to attack you. They're looked at like gods. Like, you can't say anything negative about them. That's the fucked up part is like, you know. So, let's see. Let's go over it. Let's see what let's get a verbatim what Trick Daddy said. Stingers are being sharpened. And the swarm of buzzing queen bee hives buff and declaring digital war against musician turned love and hip hop Miami star Trick Daddy dollars for saying 39-year-old single lady songstress can't sing. That's a little bit of a stretch. Beyonce don't write music and barely can sing her motherfucking self. He ranted on a Clubhouse audio recording which leaked Monday. Beyonce can't sing, he continued. And then he said, man, I watched my godmama trained Beyonce voice lessons all her career, he added. And then he said, well, let me see here. I'm going to give an unpopular opinion right now. He said Beyonce is to R&B what Jay-Z is to New York. That's why they're together, he said. Jay-Z ain't never won the greatest rapper alive. He insisted whoever put him on a level like that. New York lost Biggie. They needed a hero because they wanted to be the mecca of hip hop. He said they just handed it over to Jay-Z. That's an interesting take. When they lost Biggie, they wanted to be the mecca of hip hop, so they just kind of crowned Jay-Z as this huge thing. Let's go over. Let's see. I can actually probably play exactly what Trick Daddy said. Just want to hear it verbatim from him. So. Yeah, I should have done that from the beginning. I'm trying to use this new feature here, and I want you guys to kind of experience this and see. Let's see. Let me find it. Let's see. All right.
Because she see money. Beyonce fucking with her because she see money. Beyonce ain't trying to give back the music and that. Beyonce don't write music, and Betty can sing her motherfuckers. So Beyonce can't sing.
I don't like Beyonce.
Okay.
She definitely can't sing.
I don't know why they be thinking she can sing. They just...
Man, I watched my godmama train Beyonce, give her vocal lessons all her career, man. Beyonce can't go. Beyonce fucking with her because she see
That was the Beyonce part. I don't know the Jay-Z part. But he basically got destroyed. Like, the Beehive attacked him like crazy. I do disagree with Trick Daddy there saying she can't sing. If she couldn't sing, she wouldn't be as big as she is. In terms of overhyped or overrated, we had a whole episode about Jay-Z being overrated. I think Jay-Z is overrated. That's my take. He is one of the greatest, period, though. To deny that he doesn't have longevity, he has the greatest longevity, period. It's him and Eminem. Those are the two that still can drop an album, still sell records from the 90s. Nobody else has that longevity, them two. Jay-Z himself admitted that he was never... The only topic where I talked about Jay-Z's overrated is the fact that Jay-Z has never had a dominant year. Jay-Z himself said that he's never had a dominant year just a couple months ago on LeBron James' The Shop. And I talked about that on the podcast here. So there's no debating that. He's never had a dominant year. That's why I said Jay-Z was overrated. He never had like those years where it was just like boom, 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 Jay-Z to your face, and that's it. There are artists that had those years. 50 had that in 2003. It was his period. 2003, 2005 was 50, 50, 50. You couldn't get away from G-Unit in 50, period. Eminem from 1999 till 2002, you could argue. Eminem, some shady, you couldn't get away from Shady Records, any of that. Lil Wayne from 2005 to 2008, if you wanted to say those years. Lil Wayne, Weezy F Baby. Like, that's, you need those dominant years, and Jay-Z never had that. So I'm not going to get into that, but that's why I think Jay-Z's a little bit... I can understand why people praise him, though, because he does have longevity. He does have bars. He does have great albums. He does have that stuff. So to say that Jay-Z can't rap or to Jay-Z, got replaced by Biggie and that's the reason why they praise him, Trick Daddy's reaching on that end. I'll agree. Trick Daddy is reaching on that end. That's disrespectful to say Beyonce can't sing. That's another, that's reaching, Trick Daddy. You're reaching. But, and here's the but. Listen closely here. What's wrong with him having an opinion? Especially when it comes to Jay-Z and Beyonce, why can't people have an opinion on them? Even Eminem, like the Eminem fans will, like stans will attack the shit out of you. There are certain fan bases that you can't even say slightly anything negative towards their music at all. You can't say anything, or they'll attack you. All these people will hear is the negative part. They won't hear any of the praising. This happened to me on the Eminem versus Machine Gun Kelly video. I was praising Eminem, greatest, blah, 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 records broken, all this, can rap his ass off. And then all I said was Rap Devil sonically was a little bit better to me. And, as the years went on, I kind of switched my opinion. Sometimes I go back and forth on that. It was a really great battle, though. But I never disrespected Eminem. I did not like Revival. There's a few albums I didn't like from Eminem, like Marshmallow's LP2. That wasn't an album I liked. I never said, though, Eminem's trash, Eminem's this, Eminem's that. I never said those things. I never disrespected him to that level. That's the difference. If you disrespect an artist to the point where it's like, yo, this fucking garbage, some bullshit, this shit ass, you should never be rapping, that's different. That I can understand people getting mad at. But if you just don't like something, so what, man? Like, stop being such a fucking crybaby. It's not a big deal. I think the only thing that Trick Daddy really kind of said that was, a little over the top is Beyonce can't sing. She can sing. Don't say that. I think she can sing, in my opinion. But it is his opinion at the end of the day. There's nothing wrong with let people have their opinions on people, man. Why attack them? Why, for Nicki Minaj, there's a Nicki Minaj fan. What was I talking about? It was a Nicki Minaj moment where I talked about, I think it was on Twitch. I don't know what I said. It wasn't even negative. It was just something like in between. I don't know what the fuck I said. It wasn't anything really that negative. It was just like, oh, here. Okay, so it was on Polo G's record, the Nicki Minaj Polo G record that came out on Polo G's album. Nicki Minaj was hyping up the record, right? Tweeting like, yo, she was hyping it up, all this. And I was like, Nicki Minaj tends to overhype records, and that's why I don't like really put a lot into it. I just kind of go into the listening to the song without hearing what Nicki Minaj has to say about the song, because she does overhype her records. And sometimes when I listen to that, I get overhyped, and then I expect a lot, and then sometimes I get disappointed. That's all I said. Like, she overhypes her records. But when I heard the Polo G and Nicki Minaj record, I loved it. But that's the thing that fan didn't even pay attention to. That fan completely ignored that part of me loving that Polo G and Nicki Minaj record. Nicki Minaj snapped on that bitch. I was praising Nicki Minaj. I was like, yo, she birthed a whole new generation of female rappers. To deny that is just straight up disrespectful. She's one of the GOATs, period. And obviously on the Mount Rushmore, easily, when you really think about it. So I was praising her the whole time, but I just said that one thing, is that she overhypes her records sometimes. Sometimes I'll get overhyped, and then I'll get disappointed. And I don't listen to her when she overhypes her records, because then I'll get overhyped, and I'll be like, oh, this might be the greatest shit ever. And then, it kind of disappoints me. It's not that it's a bad record, but it's not what the overhype was. That's all I said. And that's what that fan heard. That's it. None of the praise, nothing. That's all that fan heard. And I was like, come on, man. Like, that's the only shit you hear out of all this. So when you talk about an artist, someone's favorite artist, they just pay attention to that little part of you critiquing or criticizing. I've never disrespected an artist. I can't think of, besides French Montana, he's fucking dookie. I don't care. I'll say that. He's not even a rapper to me. That's about it, though. Even Rick Ross, like, I don't like the fact that William Roberts took someone's whole identity in his music, but he has great records, man. That's don't deny it. There's a lot of great records Rick Ross has. Speaking of Rick Ross, by the way, they got a collab. Rick Ross talking about how he's gonna have a collab album with Drake come really soon. So I'm hyped about that. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't have anything against, like, I can recognize talent regardless. Rick Ross is talented. To say that he's not is just disrespectful in itself. And there's nothing personal I have against Rick Ross. I don't know the fucking guy. I just critique him on the fact that he took someone's identity, and I don't like that. I don't like that you take someone's identity and run off with it and pretend like that's you. That's the only thing. That's the only problem I had with Rick Ross. But yeah, whenever you critique anybody's artist, like, for me personally, my favorite is 50 Cent. People have said 50 Cent's trash. He can't rap for shit. Garbage. He only had one great album. Cool, bro. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. That's your opinion. You're right. You have a right to have your opinion. It's never bothered me. To me personally, he's the greatest. To me, I mean, that's my opinion, and I'm allowed to speak my opinion. You're allowed to speak your opinion. Everybody should be allowed to speak their opinion. As long as you're not being really disrespectful, it's all good, man. If Trick Daddy feels like they're overrated, they're overrated. That's his opinion. Fans shouldn't be attacking people, man. Don't attack people for having an opinion. That's not cool. That's corny. I've never attacked people for hating on 50 G Unit, hating on anybody that I liked or enjoyed as musically. There's nothing wrong with that, man. So stop attacking Trick Daddy. Let him live his life. The worst part in all this, I almost forgot about this, is the Beehive was going to Trick Daddy's restaurant on Google and giving it like 1 star, 1 star. This restaurant sucks. The food's disgusting when they've never been there. And that's fucked up. Now you're attacking someone's personal life. And that's what I mean by fans go overboard protecting their artists that they like. For that Nicki Minaj thing, I forgot. I totally fell off in terms of talking about the Nicki Minaj thing, but I got out of this what I was going to talk about on the Nicki Minaj thing. The fan commented saying, yo, why the fuck did you say that about Nicki Minaj? And then was like, yo, I'm going to track down your address and swat you. I'm like, bro, all I said was one little thing. It wasn't even disrespectful. I was like, relax. You need to seek fucking therapy, man. It's not that fucking serious. It's really not that serious. It's one person's opinion. Even if that person has a big platform, as long as they're not disrespectful, man, that's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sure Jay-Z and Beyonce don't even give a fuck what Trick Daddy have to say. They could care less. So if they don't care, why are you taking this huge incentive to fuck up somebody's life, their personal life, over someone's opinion? Like, that's fucked up. They're dismantling his business right now on Google. 1 stars left and right, saying the food's garbage. They found rats in it. They found all this shit in it. They're destroying his like personal life because of an opinion. Let that sink in, because of an opinion. So, yeah, you stans out there, if you're a stan and you go this crazy, man, check yourself. Please do something where you stop yourself from acting this crazy, because most of the time, and I'm sure 99.9% of the time, the artist doesn't even know you exist, and you're going to bat for this person like crazy. And I understand it. This is a person that, inspired you. Their music got you through life. I understand that. I'm a 50 Cent fan like crazy, but I've critiqued 50's music. I myself have critiqued his music and said some of this garbage. I even admit he's fallen off musically. Now, can he come back musically? Yeah. So I'm a fan, but I'm not like that crazy stan level of, yo, I'll attack you, I'll kill you, I'll this. I really don't care. Whatever your opinion is on him doesn't really affect me. I live my life like that. That's how you guys should view it too. Somebody voices opinion on one of your favorite artists. You don't like their opinion. Now, when it's an uneducated opinion, and when it's a disrespectful opinion, those two things you can jump in and be like, yo, it's this, it's not this. Like, there was one time I said something about an artist, I forgot who, and I got it wrong, the information. And the person that was a fan was like, nah, it was this, and you should have kind of checked into it. I was like, yeah, you're right. And that's the only thing. I've never been disrespectful towards artists besides Frenchie Montana. You should be a bartista at Starbucks delivering Frenchies to people instead of rapping. But that's it. That's a whole different, he blocked me on Twitter. That's a whole different story. So yeah, leave Trick Daddy alone. Leave his business alone, man. It's not that fucking serious.